Hi, third graders. Today we are working on 3NF3C, and our I can statement is, I can compare the size of fractions with the same numerator using models. Today we are going to look at fraction circles, and we are going to be comparing the size of different fractions that have the same numerators. All right, so first, if you could make sure that before you started watching the mini lesson that you clicked on the link to watch this short intro video about how to compare fractions with the same numerators. It'll just kind of show you how to break apart fractions and to compare their sizes when you're using fraction circles. Today's job, I'm just going to model two of these for you, and then you can give these a try. So I want to be able to show you using fraction circles, okay? You can use the fraction circles on your virtual tools, okay? And which I think is really cool. And then we are also going to be drawing them right here. So I want to show you first how to draw thirds and sixths because they, to me, are the trickiest fractions. So we're going to start by comparing 1/3 and 1/6 over on our manipulatives. So here we have 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3, right? So that's thirds. I'm also going to put my sixths up here. So I'm sure you noticed, but it took 3 pieces or 3 parts to fill up the thirds. When we do sixths, it takes us 6 pieces to fill up this circle, right? Okay, so if we are going to compare thirds and sixths, we look at the size of each of them. I'm going to put one of each inside this circle. Okay, right away you can see thirds are much bigger than sixths. So I can go back over here and I'm going to make, remember we said the alligator wants to always eat more, so he's always going to eat the bigger one. I'm going to put my symbol in because I already figured it out by using my fraction circles over here on the manipulatives, right? But if you could draw the picture of the fractions over here, it will help me see your thinking as well. Now, thirds are tricky, but the way that I was taught when I was in school is that you just do a y. So I'm going to show you, and you try to make them equal, right? Because fractions always have to have equal. I'm going to do my y. Here's the middle of my circle. I go to the middle and I go up, and then I start at the middle of my circle and I go down. This isn't perfect, but this is my best try, right? So I have 1/3, 2/3, 3/3. They're all about the same size. Now, to do sixths, we're going to start the same way. We're going to start with making a Y. We're going to cut it into 3 pieces. Okay. Try your very best to make them even. And then what you're going to have to do is split each third in half because a third is double the size of a sixth. So I'm just going to cut this one in half. I'm going to start at the middle and cut this one in half. I'm going to start in the middle and I'm going to cut this one in half. Okay. All right. If I color these in, it's going to help me kind of visualize the size. Okay, so I'm going to color in 1/3 of this circle. And I'm going to color in 1/6 of this circle. And you can see the third is about double the size of the sixth. So that's how you draw thirds and sixths. Okay. I'm going to scoot down to the next slide. The next slide is fraction bars, right? We have 2 of them. It says to cut the first one in half and to cut the second one into fourths, okay? So we can come back over here. We can use our fraction strips. We're doing halves and fourths. So remember, it takes 2 halves to make a whole. It takes 4 fourths to make a whole. So which one's bigger? Yeah, halves, right? So I can color in my symbol. My little alligator's always going to want to eat the bigger number. He's going to go like that. But I do want to show my thinking up here using this model. So I'm going to cut the top bar in half. So I'm going to eyeball that. It's going to be half. And then fourths are half of a half, right? So I'm going to start by cutting it in half. Then I'm going to cut the half in half to make 4 pieces. Now I'm going to use my marker. I'm going to use blue this time. I'm going to color in 1/2. Trying to do my neatest job. I know this is tricky. And then I'm going to color in 1/4. All right, so again, it shows 1/2 is definitely bigger than 1/4, right? So we were right. All right, that is it. This is not a big job because I know I'm giving you 2 jobs a day this week. This is not a big job, but just finish up the rest of the slides and show me which one is bigger and use your symbols. All right, good luck and have fun.